Hello, good evening, and welcome to Normal World. I'm Derek Richards, in for the king, Dave Landau, who is currently working with the IDF planning an attack on Iran. Godspeed, Dave Landau.
Real work. He does the real
But I am here in the studio right now with, of course, Quarter Black Garrett.
Hey, that's my name. That's me. And then also, Angela.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
What's happening?
I'm just excited to do the show with you guys again.
Heck yeah,
It was
you
so
are.
good yesterday.
Excited to be here. This is great.
You're a mechanic today.
I am a mechanic today.
I didn't wear my mechanic shirt. I should have done that.
You should have brought your mechanic shirt. We need to coordinate better in our chat room.
Send me those messages.
I'm sorry.
Are you wearing your underwear?
Huh?
Are you wearing the underwear?
No.
Dang it.
Why?
But they didn't pay for us ad this.
All right,
so.
okay.
But I'm itching to talk about them so much. The underwear that we usually talk about on episodes, because I love them so much.
Yeah.
Itching is a funny word to use.
Itching?
Yeah.
That's true. Has no relation to the underwear.
No, because they don't make you itch.
That's right. Hey, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and throwing down them comments down there. Two-tone, I see you. I appreciate you. And tongue punching the like button right there.
Leave reviews.
Oh, also, yeah, I always forget that guy. I'm sorry. If you're an audio listener, I'm so sorry because I forget to say thank you to you guys for leaving reviews because that actually does push us up in the algorithm over there.
I know a lot of people that listen to this show they just listen to it.
Why would you not want to see our faces?
I get that.
What's up with that? You just want to hear our voices?
I understand that though.
that like
But I
a
have
weird
friends of
fetish
mine that listen to it on their in the car on the way to work the next day.
Oh, well, thank you so much for doing that.
There you go. Exactly.
If people wanted to see you live in real life, IRL, where could they get to do that?
In real life, where could they find me? They could find me at Visani Comedy Club Dinner Theater in Port Charlotte, Florida, coming up November 6, 7, 8, 9. One of my favorite places to play. It's a fantastic venue. Port Charlotte, Florida, November 6 through 9. I will be there. And then I will be heading out to Las Vegas, Thanksgiving week, November 25 through December 1st. Nothing goes better than turkey than me.
And some laughs.
I don't even know how that worked out. But MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, November 25th through December 1st. And by the way, our fearless hero, Dave Landau, can be seen.
That's right.
Coming up Friday, October 25th in Toms River, New Jersey. It is a Toys for Tots fundraiser, which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Killer show. And then you can see him on October 27th at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. DaveLandau.com for all of his tickets and all the show dates.
Get all them dates.
Where can we find you?
On my personal channel, Nega Garrett. That's Nega Garrett.
Spell it right.
Spell it correctly
Or get canceled.
Banned. I dropped a video recently on my channel, so go check it out. Nice little story about a lady that had to shut their business down. It was sad, but it was fun to talk to her. Angela, you got a channel, right?
Yeah, it's Angela Does Horror, all one word, on YouTube. And got some videos coming out for the Halloween season. So look out, 60-year-old ladies.
I know, right? It's a demographic.
I know,
By
I
the
love
way,
them.
there is a killer Halloween episode coming up for Normal World.
Yes.
We've been shooting some sketches
Oh my God, they're so
that
good.
have come out really twisted and really, really
guys are gonna
wrong.
love
So
them.
do not miss the Halloween episode here for Normal World. Funny as hell. Everybody's done such a great job with
Is
those.
it cringe to say I really enjoy our own content?
No.
No, I think
our
that's
sketches?
the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
If we don't like it, nobody
I
else.
thought they were great. So,
If we went, oh, hey, tune in for this bullshit.
is it like a band wearing their own T-shirt? Because that's weird. You know, like if I was wearing a Normal World shirt, that'd be a little like.
Well, it would be weird because
Do that. Well,
Because we don't
they
have
don't
one.
exist.
Because we don't have merchandise.
Put that in the comments as well. Tell them.
Yeah. Say, hey, where's
Say, hey, where's the merch?
hey douchebags?
Where
Where's
it
the
at?
merch?
Then you whip out your butter knife. You threaten them.
Yeah.
That's how they do in the UK.
Butter knives.
Now that we got all that over with, we got
Yes.
a great guest today.
Phenomenal guest. She was here yesterday.
She was here yesterday.
She's here
Returning
again
to the show.
She was amazing. She is the host of the Chatting with Candice podcast.
She is?
None other than Candice Horbacz.
hello.
Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me again.
Your for those that did not tune in yesterday, your podcast. What is that about?
Everything. So it's long form interview style conversations with people, and then we do weekly roundups. So there's a little bit of something for everyone.
So check and where can they
Yeah.
where can they find this? Is it
Everywhere.
Just type in chatting with Candice.
Anywhere, yeah.
And it just
All over the internet.
perfect.
Do you talk about amputated penises?
Only here.
Oh, okay.
I save that content just for you guys.
See?
Thank you.
That was nice. Nice little callback to yesterday's episode.
Yeah.
If you missed that one, please
Yeah, if you didn't tune in all the way,
do not
The episode.
be eating hot dogs.
no,
Don't be eating in general. Yeah, just no food for that episode.
the popsicles.
That's not going to, no,
No,
nothing.
pickles. Take that off the menu.
Cucumbers.
Corn dogs.
Yeah.
I think you
Sausage
got it.
on a
I think you
stick.
nailed it.
Corn on the cob.
Stop.
Any phallus-shaped
Yeah.
food
Yeah,
item.
just in general.
Yeah,
Yes.
just avoid that.
Speaking of foods, Donald Trump, he went to McDonald's. He worked a shift. Did you see this?
He did work a shift at McDonald's, but he was also, this was funny.
What?
The clip of him, swaying to
Okay, yes.
Ave Maria.
This was at a rally.
Went around the internet.
It was a town hall.
It was at town hall.
Yeah.
It was a
Same
town
thing.
hall.
Town hall, he was talking, and then EMTs came into, because it was outdoors, right? It was hot.
Well, so here's the thing. I'd love for us to play the clip that's been circulating on the internet of
okay.
people saying, like, look how senile and crazy Donald Trump is. He paused his town hall for 45 minutes to listen to music and just stand there. So if we could play
Okay,
that
let's
clip.
play it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Rob.
here's the clip.
So, out of context. Yeah, this is
Might be a little weird.
It's a little odd.
You think?
He's just into the
Guy's
music.
running for president.
It is
He's
hilarious.
Enjoying a good song.
I wouldn't have thought anything weird, even without the context.
Well, the 45 minutes is what's a little weird.
Yeah.
Pointing.
How old is he?
80.
And he's standing for 45 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a stout man
Stamina.
right there.
Yeah.
That's a long version of Ave Maria.
Oh, it's a long song.
It's yeah.
45 minutes.
One of those operas, I think.
Well, the context behind it was there were a couple of people there was a couple of separate medical issues at his town hall. This is right outside of Philadelphia. And the former president was standing there, and he decided to pause and let the medical professionals do their job.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Caring
Take
about
care
the
of it.
people in the audience. I think that's pretty good.
And when he paused the Q&A for the people, because I think it was a heat issue. It was really hot there, and people were getting overheated. He noticed that people were calling for medic and that people were being addressed. And then the whole crowd started singing God Bless America while the doctors were looking at these people.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring. And
That's great.
It's great. And so he's like, you know what? Let's play some music, give them some time to deal with these
Yeah,
people's
tend to
medical
these people,
emergency.
get them fixed up, load them up onto a gurney, whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
and get them taken care of.
talking.
And that was a great event that he did with Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota.
And the dog killer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We all
Really?
justified. It was justified.
And we're not getting into that again.
No, not round two.
That was right. I was correct.
Not round two with that. But no, that was
everybody
no.
in the chat.
I thought that was very respectful of him to do what he did.
Yeah.
To pause.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when you just look at the video, you're like, well, this seems
that's-
like he checked out like Mitch McConnell.
That's the thing that drives me crazy about it, though, is because everywhere you look on the internet where you saw that clip of the
Right.
video, yeah, it looks strange, it looks weird, but when you look at the actual context of what's happening,
Yeah.
that's great.
Well, Candice, you said like it doesn't make.
I don't think it
wouldn't
was
be
weird. I mean, because you're not the 45-minute clip isn't on the internet, right? It's just like little, probably 5 minutes is probably going to be long. I don't think that's weird. You're just like moving to music.
There's a
It'd be weirder if you were
symptom
standing there.
of politics that I find where they take things that are very normal and like make it weird. Like that's not that weird for somebody to stand there to listen to music, but they gotta they see it through that eye of it's a person that I hate and I disagree with, so of course it's strange. There's stuff all the time of like, look, Kamala Harris, I don't agree with her. I don't want her to be the president. I think a lot of her policies, the ones that she has said that she has, aren't very good. I'm not going to see a picture of her doing a normal thing and go like, look how she does this normal thing very weird. It's just like Tim Walz, on the other hand, he has a weird energy.
He has a very weird
energy. But again, make fun of the ones that are weird, not the ones that are normal. There's a picture
Don't
of
make
him just
something normal and then
pushing a
pull
cat.
out whatever you're going to try to interpret as being weird and then make it stupid. And then all of a sudden, here's all your dipshit followers on X or whatever that are going to jump in with their comments that make no sense when you don't know the context.
It's just like overboard. It's like, I get it. We don't
On
like
both
it.
sides.
On both.
Do you think a lot of it's bots though too? The people that are responding.
You know, like we released that sketch that was a parody of their
The Men for Kamala
Men
ad.
for Kamala.
Right.
And there's a bunch of people that are replying on Twitter or on YouTube that think it's real. And I'm like, nobody seeing that sketch would think it was real.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels like bot behavior that's just automatically responding to something in a negative or positive way sometimes. And it's like, that just doesn't feel organic to me.
I also see people try to board the plane for a Southwest flight. And I go, nah, you know what? There really are that many stupid people that are out there.
That's a good point.
I'm like, that is exactly how Kamala Harris can absolutely win when you watch people.
I went
try
to
board
go
a Southwest
vote yesterday, and the inside line was full, so they had me. I was the first person outside to start a line, and it was very blue at the time that I went, and a woman just goes past me. I was like, oh, I'm in the line, and she gets behind me. And this happened, I'm not even exaggerating, 8 more times where people would see a line and not acknowledge the line, and I would have to direct them to the line. And then just by like the disorder, and I saw them stop over at the Kamala tent, and they were all excited. I'm like, you guys think you have the right to vote? You can't even get in a line.
You can't even queue correctly.
My 4-year-old gets in a line. Like, go home. Go home. Let's save this country. Learn how to get into single file, and we'll start again in 4 years. You have another chance.
Just going through the airport recently, you're right, dude. There's so many people that just don't understand lines.
No.
They start a line in a place that's not where the line starts, and then they get mad at you when you start the line in the correct
No, you
spot.
should stand in the concourse with your suitcase, blocking everybody.
Everybody.
Staring at your phone, checking your Instagram or your Spotify playlist. That's a great idea. Let me ask you guys this. Who in here has had a stint working at a fast food joint when they were?
did.
You?
Yeah.
Me?
Angela?
I worked at a place called the Potato Shack in college.
Nice.
That sounds like a gay bar.
They made potatoes. They were really good, like buffalo potatoes, barbecue potatoes.
I mean, that sounds great.
That
It was
sounds
great.
really good.
It was really good.
I'm
I
a potato guy.
gained like 40 pounds. I had the freshman 40 because I was working at the potato
Not
Shack.
exactly keto friendly.
No, it
No.
was so good. I still make my husband make me buffalo baked potatoes though.
Sounds awesome.
They're
That's
Good.
so
That's
bad
good
for
as
you.
hell. Candice?
Yeah.
Does like Hooters count, or
I worked at Hooters too.
Yeah, I would say so. You're in the food industry. Food industry.
Yeah, food industry.
industry.
Yes.
I did McDonald's and Wendy's when I was in high school.
Worked at Chipotle.
And did you? Okay.
Yeah, it sucked. Dude, it sucked so hard. They were like super strict on like, you need to make the sauces this way and in this amount of time. And I was like, I'm not down with that.
Well, they don't do that anymore.
No,
Yeah.
they're
No,
very
they
loosey-goosey
suck now. Yeah,
They're very
Lucky if you
loosey-goosey.
get like 2 pieces of steak in your bowl.
You know that there's a backlash on them, and they came out with a statement and said that they were going to provide more like with each serving because there was a backlash. I was like,
Yeah, like we noticed.
Candice, let me ask you a question. When you were working at Hooters, did they line you guys up before your shifts?
Yeah.
And look at you up and down and make sure there was nothing like wrong with you?
Yeah.
And okay, so that wasn't just my store.
Check your pantyhose and
Check
your
your fingernails and stuff and make sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure that wasn't
You
just my
find
store.
wrong with you?
What?
yeah, what is it like
I have this fingernail.
Like mental issues or what?
No, like physically.
Okay.
Like if you, they would
like you have
constantly
blemishes or something?
yeah, or like
Like a
you need to
black
put more
eye or
makeup.
something?
Makeup, yeah.
Makeup.
You have to have at least mascara, bronzer, and lip gloss, right? It's like those 3 things, and your hair has to be done.
Really?
Yeah. And so I have this fingernail that's a little, I slammed it in a door when I was a kid and it's just a little messed up. And if I didn't have fake nails on, they would send me home.
That's a way to get out of work.
Yes. And they make you
Wow.
hug people. They're like, you have to give hugs.
Oh, I never had to do that.
They made us give
What?
hugs.
Oh.
Yeah. They were like, if
No.
somebody asks for a hug, you have to give them a hug.
Oh no, we didn't do that.
You're like the mascots at
That's not creepy at all.
Disney.
I know.
No, but did you ever play that game where you turn the bar stool upside down and then you
Yeah.
had to ride it
The
like you're
reindeer
riding a bull?
games? Did y'all do reindeer games?
We didn't do reindeer games. No.
That's like it's like hazing.
Wait a minute.
This doesn't seem legal.
Yeah, this doesn't seem legal.
Yeah, they make you ride
sounds
it.
like there's a-
belts for bachelor parties.
Yeah.
So you'd bring them to the center of the restaurant and you'd like whip the bachelor with a belt. We would do that.
Well, we did that for you.
That was fun. That was just because
That was just because it was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
we just enjoy it.
We're like, hey, Glenn Beck's walking by.
Let's make a good impression.
Do it outside of
on.
this massive window.
B,
Yeah.
prepare for your whipping. You
doesn't even hurt
naughty,
anymore.
naughty little
It builds up in
Chipotle
callus.
sauce maker.
Good wings though.
Great wings.
Great
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah. I think they've gone downhill.
I haven't
lately.
been in over
Really?
a decade.
Yeah, I keep going. I still go.
I
but
switched to the B-dubs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can
McDonald's?
you can be a presidential candidate and work at McDonald's.
Apparently.
Yes, you can. Donald Trump went and took a shift at McDonald's. He picked up a shift. He was there for so he says he worked a day, but let's be honest, he was there for probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.
Full shift there.
No, from the video I saw,
He
it
worked
looked like
the fryer.
he was there a while.
Like we said earlier, that guy's a stout dude. He stood there for 45 minutes and he's almost
He eats McDonald's.
80.
He does.
He eats McDonald's. Here, let's go ahead and take a, do we have a video clip of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I take off my jacket? So the press wants to see this. Oh, he's a wealthy guy. He owns a lot of McDonald's. That's great, thank you. Okay.
I'm putting the apron on. You know what's so funny? Every piece of clothing that he has on right now is going to smell.
Who even puts an apron on like that? I mean, come on.
We never wear aprons at McDonald's.
Yeah, you just let the oil get
We
on.
just had this polyester top that just smelled like garbage.
It's not polyester. Are you kidding
They
me?
look like they were. How are you? Nice to see you. That's great. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank
Did you know this was staged?
No. He just rolled up.
I
Never came,
believe
no.
Donald Trump himself went there, said, I need an application, got the application, sat in the lobby,
Waited.
yes.
the interview.
Waited, sat down,
Mm-hmm.
told him his resume. I'm a, mogul. I build buildings. I think I'm overqualified. And then they gave him the job.
They gave him the job anyway.
I
Well,
believe
this is, of
that.
course, obviously mocking Kamala Harris, who said that she had worked at McDonald's.
Which he, in fact, did not.
She did not.
Which is like an easy thing you could prove. Like, did you pay taxes that year? Do you have any photos of you working there? A coworker, maybe?
She said she worked there. She did not. So Trump, of course, was making fun of her, saying, I have now worked at McDonald's longer than Kamala Harris. But not to be outdone with the McDonald's gesture. Vice presidential candidate Tim Walz actually followed suit and decided to try his hand at DoorDash. Hi, I'm Tim Walz, and I just picked up this order from DoorDash. Looks like it's one Big Mac for $37.99. Only $37.99. Yeah, let's keep this economy going. For the lot, what are you doing? You got some of the. Donald Trump has an order for America. It's called Project 2025, and you are not gonna like the taste of it. Looks like here's the place. Where the heck is this place? Where the heck? It's gotta be around here.
Tim, it's right here.
Oh, I'll be dang. It's right up here.
You were supposed to be here like an hour ago.
You only tipped me $2. I'm keeping the pop. All right, let's see how I did. Okay, so I've been fired, and this lady is pressing charges. Oh, crap, not again.
There was a meme going around, and it said if Donald Trump can figure out how to fix the ice cream machines, that the thing's in the bag.
Oh,
For sure.
yes.
It's just in the
Those
bag.
things.
The ice cream machine is always out at McDonald's.
Such a psyop, man.
Yeah.
They trick you all the time. You know what?
Fix the ice cream machine, or make the filling in the apple or cherry pie not be volcanic ash.
That's part of the.
Bring the temperature of that down. Fix the ice cream machine. Trump 2024 in the bag. I'm looking right at you.
Fix
In the
it.
McDonald's
You can say
bag.
me.
I really like what he's doing this election. I think he's been more presidential and more like down to earth this year. I mean, he's always been pretty like open and says his mind, but like this year seems to be more presidential. I don't know what it is about his demeanor, the way he held himself in the debates. He still has like the Trumpisms, which makes him pretty fun to watch, but he's been more presidential, like I was saying, just like more respectful. And yeah, this is a stunt. It's an optics thing, but I just find it fun.
He's doing more podcasts. Is he going to be on Chatting with Candice anytime soon?
No, and I think it was Riley Gaines that was making a joke about it. And she's like, how about you go on a woman's podcast? Because he's just doing all of these bro shows. And
right.
I mean, the vote he needs to win is moms right now, is like
Right.
suburban moms. Like he should be on some female podcasts. Yeah.
He should be on your podcast.
He should be. I think my past would probably be like a little bit of a problem. But the thing is, I don't like Stormy Daniels either. We have that in common.
We can just chat about that.
I have some stories to dish we can share.
So what's the story? So you don't care for Stormy Daniels?
No, the whole industry didn't. And
Really?
it was only until she came out against Trump that everyone was like, Stormy, we've got your back. We're the collective sex workers. Like everyone hated her until she came out against
Just a
Trump.
bitch.
That's so interesting.
She would berate performers. She was very like verbally abusive. She was toxic. She would have like one girl I know got concussed on scene, like on a set, and she made her still have a sex scene, and it's pouring and the girl's like freezing. Yeah, she's awful. She was always awful. Yeah.
I mean, I did that after a football
Donald
game
Trump
one
talked about
time.
it. I want to hear that.
What?
What'd you say?
Come on. I said I made somebody do that after a football game one time, but okay.
Hopefully it's past the statute of
It's
limitations.
this chair. It's a different sit in this chair. And it brings out these jacked up stories. Just Landau, come back from Israel. With your Iran attack.
Doing the real work.
Yeah.
But
Back here.
I do
This
like
chair
that
is
he's going
tainting
on
me.
those podcasts, and it is a like again, it's a optics thing. He's going on all these podcasts just to get more views, but this election feels so much more about like the thought of the people and not the establishment. Because before they would be going to CNN and MSNBC and Fox and doing all those things, and now it's more podcast by people, just regular Americans. Sure, they're super popular podcasts, but they weren't always that way. It was a regular person or a comedian that starts a podcast, and they build up a following because people respect their opinion and they seem genuine and authentic. And then he showed up on that podcast. So I love that idea that it's not about the establishment anymore. It's more about the real people. So I would love to see him to go on like your podcast or any other one that's not like, the bro podcast, like you were saying. Like it totally makes sense to kind of get more broader of an audience.
Broader.
More
broads.
broader. Nice.
Some broads up in this
Broad.
audience.
Well played.
Get the broad vote.
With the, get the dame vote.
Get them bitches.
Get them broads to start casting their votes for you. You know where Trump is not going to be hanging out with? Diddy. Diddy.
That's an awkward.
Diddy. Awkward transition, but I'll go for it. By the
I
way,
think your transition was great. It was
Diddy.
just an awkward scenario.
you know, right? Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx.
Didn't bear
This is
the
what's
lead.
coming out. Yeah, this was a story in a shocking interview with Cam Capone News, celebrity bodyguard, Big Homie, which, by the way, is the name on his driver's license.
That's a good name.
In case you're curious.
Yeah.
Big Homie made bold accusations against music mogul Diddy, alleging that Diddy poisoned actor Jamie Foxx. Remember last year, last spring, Jamie Foxx vanished.
Gone. Everybody's
see him
talking
anywhere.
about it.
Alive magazine
Trying to figure
was
it out?
reporting
Yes.
on it.
I know.
on the
I was
boat,
on one of the
remember?
episodes. We were joking around about the whole thing
Yeah.
where they were propping him up like Weekend at Bernie's and saying, "Hey, Jamie Foxx is fine."
Here's a photo of him on a boat. It's super blurry.
Candice,
Yes.
it was
Fine.
literally in a publication called Alive magazine.
Yeah.
They're like, he is.
Oh no.
Oh
was a
yeah,
lot.
Turns out he was.
legit. It turns out he was alive, thankfully. But the interview, which was posted to YouTube on October 19th, sent shockwaves across the entertainment world. "Quote unquote, well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it." Now, that depends which FBI he reported him
Well,
to.
and that's interesting too.
Is
Because
it
could
our
that,
FBI? Because
could
nothing
that
will
be
get
one of the
solved.
things that started like unraveling
this?
this whole thing?
Possibly.
And not
You
just
know?
Jamie Foxx, but he poisoned Big Homie too.
Well, and a lot of we were talking, I think last week or the week before, about Brittany Murphy and his ex-wife and all of these people that have died of pneumonia who were involved with him. And actually one of the causes of pneumonia is breathing in baby oil. That can kill you.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes. It causes pneumonia, the kind of pneumonia that they had. And
Yeah.
they
Breathing
died.
in baby oil.
Yeah. Ingesting it.
Oh, ingesting it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like you would at a freak party.
Well, yeah, all my freak parties have coconut oil, organic, from Whole Foods. I'm not an animal.
Dude, how deep does this story go? Like there's
Just
so many.
keeps going.
This is going to keep going.
Like this was a massive story and it had nothing to do with Diddy, and now it's coming back and possibly might be
Related?
connected to
Yeah,
Diddy.
it's crazy.
Well, did you see yesterday? It just came out the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO dude just got caught too.
Are we
Got somewhere?
surprised
I do.
with how sexual those teens were
posters?
always made? Yeah. Are we surprised?
Plain sight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Look
insane.
at that face.
Ah,
You can see the strings of his plastic surgery
They always-
pulling up his eyebrow.
they always look like demons every time.
Oh, look at that.
Demon look.
Why is that seen as better than aging?
That looks like
It's like a body.
It looks like
dysmorphia
Gary
thing.
Busey went to Wayne Newton's plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
It does.
Gary Busey mixed with Jocelyn Wildenstein, the cat lady. You know what I'm talking about?
One of the Siegfried and Roy put together.
Yes, yes.
Wow, look
tiger.
at this creeper.
So this guy was running a whole a sex ring,
prostitution sex
ring with
trafficking
young
ring.
boys and stuff.
Yeah, he had a whole deal going. I think he should be arrested for his douchey clothing, but
That's enough.
what he's
to start
wearing. I'm
looking
talking
into
about
some stuff.
I'm talking about the shit that he sells.
Well, and
That
it is-
smell.
all the Abercrombie model shots and stuff are all like the young guys all like
Yeah.
hugging on each other and stuff. And it's just like, oh,
It was all really erotic.
Yeah, it was.
All of the shots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of glad that all this stuff's coming out though, because it's like we're catching them. Hopefully.
So was this guy part of the Diddy?
No, I think it's its
no.
own
Just
separate
another
thing.
creep.
Just
It's like there's multiple rings of these things. I think there's a lot of like speculation online where they make it into like a conspiracy theory that there's like one organization doing all this stuff. I think it's just multiple horrible people that are making their own little circles, their own bubbles of evil that are doing this. Like we're finding it in the music industry, in movies, like in Hollywood,
Fashion.
here, fashion. Like it's everywhere where there are vulnerable people that want to be successful and that could get strung up in all this, especially if you don't have like a solid foundation and you're just out on your own, young, naive, get sucked into this, and you have evil people like this that will take advantage of that.
How deep can this go?
What do you mean? Like in every industry? It's probably in every single industry.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
So far, it seems that way.
And that's the thing. It's like everyone kind of will, they'll pick a certain industry to pick on and say like, this is the problem. But as you see, it exists everywhere. The problem is antisocial behavior and psychopaths and people that are just so power hungry that they just want to use people as pawns and playthings. That exists in every single industry. So it's like, how do you prevent that and prevent people that are vulnerable? You can't, because there's agency and people make their own choice. So unfortunately, there's going to always be predators and there's always going to be victims. So I don't know a long-term solution. It's just don't go. There's so many places that you shouldn't be putting yourself into. And this isn't victim blaming, but it's like read the room, right? Like if Harvey Weinstein is asking you to go to his room at 2 a.m, what do you think that is going to happen? Do you think that that's a safe, ethical? Is he asking like the dudes to do that? No, right? So don't put yourself in those positions to begin with.
Yeah. Or some people are asking the dudes to do that. Like
Yeah, that's true.
There's a few directors out there that directed big movies for Marvel and DC. They did.
Yeah, that
And he
Will
had his
Smith
own-
thing came out.
Had
Yeah.
his own thing going on. Bryan Singer. Then you have sandwich spokesman also having his whole thing. I don't know if you heard that. Jared. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
So like, it is in every industry. There's predators and evil people that will take advantage of people everywhere.
Well, backpedaling for a second to the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, Mike Jeffries. There's an article that came out back in 2006 in which he stated, quote, "In every school, there are the cool and popular kids, and then there are the not so cool kids. Candidly, we go after the cool kids. We go after the attractive, all-American kid with a great attitude and a lot of friends. A lot of people don't belong in our clothes, and they can't belong."
And that's
Get
why they
real.
charged $80 for a tank top.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it.
Walk around with, I mean, for the longest time, anybody that, the new spelling of douche was
Douche.
Abercrombie.
Just that smell, like when you would walk through the mall and you just get hit by that whatever that cologne
have a
was.
They got
joke.
sued
Heavy.
for that, for the cologne.
Did?
Yeah, someone got like a brain tumor, and it was like there were long-term
The
health.
Abercrombie cologne?
An employee, because they were there for 40 hours a week,
Right.
getting
Crap.
exposed to all of these toxic chemicals, because that's what most cologne and perfume is. It's like toxic endocrine disruptors. So yeah, there was a class action lawsuit for a lot of the employees from having long-term health consequences from the cologne.
This is why I only use truck stop cologne.
What does that consist of?
It's I don't
Probably
care.
Gasoline.
It's made with unicorn piss, and
I think they might be lying to you.
they might be, but it's like you put a quarter in, and have you seen that at the truck stop before?
No.
You've never seen this at a truck stop.
No.
You ever seen this at a truck
I
stop
don't
cologne?
frequent truck stops.
Wait, in the same machine you get a condom?
We all need gas. Don't go. I'm not saying you got to be. You're working the lots at a truck stop.
Station.
Yeah.
What?
We just talked about situational awareness. We are not going to truck stops.
No.
That's how you end up at a Diddy party.
I guarantee
Fine.
you, Candice
Apparently,
and I.
you two watched Sound of Freedom and paid attention to
Well,
it.
you
Fine.
have to. When we're walking to our car anywhere in the middle of
Yeah.
the day, we know every single person that's in
I've
that
got
parking
pepper
lot.
spray in that bag, wherever my bag is.
Derek.
Why are you looking at me when you say pepper
Truck
spray?
stops. You're talking about the truck stop stuff.
Truck stop. Truck
Why
stop
are you trying to get me
cologne.
to go to a truck stop?
Yeah, just
There was literally you could go and you could get knockoff cologne at a truck stop,
Oh,
and it
you
was
can
like
get them at
in
the
the
dollar
men's
store
room.
and stuff too.
Like Curve,
You'd put like
the knockoff Curve.
well, it was like it was like all the stuff that just smelled like complete ass. It was like
Noir.
Dracar,
car.
Jope,
Jupe. That's
and then what else is in there? Polo.
Panther.
But it would say in tiny print, our version of Polo.
yeah.
And you'd put 50 cents in there, and you press the button, and it would squirt out like you were in a bad glory hole.
You need a little bit for the lot lizard.
What?
You need to spray it on her just to kind of flick it at her so she smells okay.
Yeah. See?
A lot
I'm
lizard?
glad this room is divided the way
You
it
don't
is.
know what a lot lizard is?
I've never heard that term.
Oh, it's the
before.
best.
lot lizard before?
It's a prostitute that works
Hangs
in the
around
lot
at truck lots.
truck stops because truck drivers need love too.
Truck
And
stop
I know you guys out there are listening,
lizards.
and I appreciate you guys. I'm just advocating for you guys.
Just
Now here's something. Now you've never heard of that phrase before.
No.
Have you ever heard in a hotel room
Okay.
the chair that's in the corner?
Oh, the cuck chair.
I've never heard that before.
know that either. Somebody said that while we were on the trip.
I've never heard of a cuck chair before. We
Yes,
were
this
in a
is the
hotel.
cuck chair right now.
Yeah,
Cuck chair right there.
right there. There's no camera
Right?
on it.
There's nobody there
cares
watching.
about the cuck.
But yeah, literally, we were leaving a hotel
There it
last
is.
weekend, and my girlfriend goes, "Okay, I got everything. I got my jacket off the cuck chair." And I went, "What did you just say?" And she goes, "The cuck chair." I go,
makes so
"What are you
much sense,
talking about?"
though.
She goes, "That chair in the corner." I go, "What are you talking about?"
The low
She goes, "You've
chair in
never
the
heard
corner.
of a cuck chair?" I go, "No." She goes, and it just rolls off her tongue. She goes, "Oh, that's where the guy sits and he watches his wife get railed." And I go, "This is hysterical. I've never heard of the. I can't believe. Okay, all right.
Put your favorite little known phrases in the comments
Yes,
below.
we'd love to
we
hear
want to
them.
hear them.
Yes, cuck chair, lot
lizard.
lizards. Okay,
It's a magical world we live in.
it is a magical world we live in.
Good. Hey, you know what you could drink while you're sitting in that cuck chair?
In that cuck chair, while you're watching your wife get railed,
Yeah. A
some
nice
quality
glass.
whiskey. Nothing's better than sitting there
In
with a
your
video
easy
camera
chair.
in your easy chair.
in the easy chair, just chilling, relaxing,
Watching a show.
kicking back. Do we have appropriate whiskey drinking music?
No.
Perfect, thank you.
What are you talking about?
What was that? I don't know. You think we have things we could do here?
I was just calling up some whiskey.
I'll sprinkle it in. I'll sprinkle it
Yeah, there
in.
you go. That man had rights in that chair.
Nothing better than a glass of whiskey at the end of the day.
That's right.
Trust me, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I drink a lot. A lot.
We've talked to you about it.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's a problem. It's a little bit
I don't
problem.
listen.
I know.
You talk to me. It's like you're yelling at a squirrel. I don't pay any attention.
Can't even understand.
Nothing better than enjoying a glass of whiskey, but even better, how cool would it be if you can help support a great American cause?
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
That'd be fantastic.
It's time to chart your own course with Flying Ace Whiskeys from Craftco. inspired by generations of American aviators and proudly made right here in the United States. And I have had this stuff here.
That's right.
It's made in Michigan.
On this very
It's
studio.
like our state that we talk about a lot.
Yes, it
I
is.
believe it's made in
mine and Dave's home state.
We can be.
Flying Ace is not only making amazing whiskeys, they're also committed to supporting our brave troops and their families through their partnership with Folds of Honor, which is a fantastic organization. They're providing scholarships to families of America's fallen or disabled, and these scholarships allow families to begin to chart their own new course after experiencing great sacrifice.
It's really great.
Flying Ace whiskeys, American proud because they are American made. And they're American proud because they're helping to support our heroes and their families. There is the bottle right there.
You could scan that code right there.
Yes.
You can get free shipping. You could also use the promo code America. Get that free shipping while you get a nice glass, and you're helping people.
FlyingAceSpirits.com, code America for free shipping. I could just lean forward and just lick that bottle right now. That would be weird. So I'm not going to do that.
And you can do that after the show.
Okay. I will.
Thank you for supporting the show.
I will do that after the show. What you got?
What? I'm sorry, I got distracted. You licking that bottle.
Me licking the bottle?
It's weird.
Don't make it too weird.
Hey, you know Mexico?
Yes.
I flew over it. Glad
Did
I
ya?
didn't go through it because the
I've had
mayor.
Taco Bell and you worked at Chipotle, so yes, that's very similar to
It's vaguely close to it. The mayor just won an election in Mexico City.
All right.
Good job.
Big party.
Hey, man.
All right, mayor.
Turns out he doesn't
Mayor
have
of
a head
Mexico City.
anymore.
He what now?
What?
He didn't have a head anymore because the cartels got him. And he's not the first one. There's like multiple string. It's like a whole thing that's happening there in Mexico.
Yeah, every candidate that runs
Every single
gets
one.
murdered.
The decapitated head of a mayor was found atop his car
Things.
6 days into his tenure, marking the second official to be murdered in Guerrero's capital in less than a week. The body of Alejandro Arcos, the 43-year-old mayor of the city of, help me, Chilpancingo.
Kichingo.
Can you, Candice, can you help me with that one?
Filipasingo?
That sounded
That
way
sounds
better
way-
than whatever I was going to
sounds way
say.
more
Sounded
right.
confident.
His head was, the body was found inside his pickup truck Sunday night while his head was propped on top of the vehicle.
Oh,
That's awful.
That's not fun.
Yeah, Garrett and I were talking about this earlier. We were like, where do you go from here with
Yeah.
this? Like, if you can't, clearly they're just the cartel's trying to run the country completely on their own. Anybody that's running is getting murdered. Anybody that gets in office is going to be murdered. Nobody's going to want to run. You know, I mean, and we're already at
Let
that
them.
point.
you pretty much just have.
Let the cartel
Cartel's
run
running.
it. I mean,
At
how
this
many
point, what else can you do?
how many headless people are you going to have to go through?
Look here, you live on the other side of the country, further away than Texas. All right, so
Yeah.
you don't have a skin in the game. I don't want that to happen because it's like right there. It's like right on the other side of the border.
Well, isn't it? Doesn't this make a strong case for just decriminalizing or legalizing cannabis? You know what I mean? Like
They run on
we
a lot
kind
of
of
that, yeah.
did a lot of that with
Is
the
that
drug war.
Is that what this is about?
Yes.
For the cartels? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I haven't known that.
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Is it cannabis or are we talking
Yeah,
cocaine? Or are we
absolutely,
talking
we did a lot of
fentanyl?
that.
I mean, what else?
Well,
are we
so
looking at?
most of the fentanyl is actually coming in from China. So China is sending it into South America and Mexico, and they're having them bring it up into the States through the border. So that's actually not Mexico. Like, yes, they're kind of like, they're the last part of it, but it's coming from China. So most of it's cannabis. And a lot of this started during the war on drugs and the Reagan administration. Johan Harari has a great book called Chasing the Scream, and he kind of gets into all of the detail of this.
I had heard about that book.
He's a great author. I've had him on my show, actually. Really great dude. But it's like if we played a role in propping this up and then we get rid of El Chapo, and this just shows like the arrogance of human nature. It's like we know what's wrong. We have the solution when our solution creates second and third order consequences that are way worse than what the original problem.
We're
So
really
it's
good at that.
We're
America
so
is
good
really
at
great
that.
at doing
and
that.
we just don't recognize that pattern. So if we played a role in it, like, shouldn't we try to help fix it? And even if we're not going to get into their politics, which I'm kind of leaning into more like non-intervention as I get older and I've got two boys, it's something that we could do on our own ground that would have a positive influence is just legalizing cannabis. It's like, get with the picture. It's scheduled incorrectly. There's a ton of medical use. What are we pretending? Tax the hell out of it, make a bunch of money, create a bunch of jobs. And then RFK had the plan of actually using that taxable income to create addiction centers to help people that have issues with opioids. So like, this is a win-win-win-win-win. Why are we not doing it? I'll get off my
No.
soapbox.
No,
No,
Because it
you're
makes
right,
way
yeah.
too much
Right.
sense. That's why.
but yeah, we are really good at doing that. And I say we, not as like the American people, but the 3-letter organizations that go into foreign countries and start meddling with stuff and removing drug dictators and drug lords, and then make that power vacuum that makes all of their little underlings go, well, I want to be the new head honcho. So then they create, instead of just one, you have 15, and then those guys start killing each other. Then you have more and more, and it makes it worse and worse and worse. We were talking about that before. Like not interventionist is like, we need to go back to that. We can't be the police of the entire world because we end up making worse like actions.
Well, and you talk about legalizing cannabis, and there's tons of states that obviously allow it now. But I will say that, I mean, in the states that allow it, and Michigan, where I just moved back to from Las Vegas, and it was legal in Nevada, and it's legal in Michigan too. I mean, customer service is already in the shitter as it is.
Well, those
I mean,
jobs
just
are
keep
going to go
going.
to AI.
But I mean, yeah. So so now I end up walking into, any fill in the blank fast food place, and there's just a quaft of pot smoke outside. Which, again, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's cool. But now you have this level of Frankenweed that's being produced.
Very strong.
Yeah, where it's like, it's not just the stuff that you bought from, your buddy down the street who got it from so-and-so, who got it from so-and-so. And now it's a whole different, now you walk into these places and you got your bud tenders that are telling you, okay, well, this stuff here is going to send you to the moon.
Right.
And these
Like,
people are
what kind
trying
of
it.
high are you looking for? Are you looking to be like energetic? You trying to chill out?
Exactly.
That's how it was when we were in Portland. They were like, what's the vibe? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
It's literally like
watching a movie
walking in
or
and
what?
talking to, I'll take CBD, just straight CBD.
Yeah.
I don't do it just because THC just messes with my head. But I'll take straight CBD just for relaxing, to go to sleep. Yeah, and these bud tenders are like sommeliers. You go walking in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
And
nice,
it's like you're
though.
walking into a
You
wine
should,
store.
you should know
and-
what you're getting, though.
Exactly.
It's kind of like when you have the proof on the alcohol. Like, you want to know what you're getting into. Like, are you
Right,
having an aperitif or are you having some moonshine? There's a range. So I think it's just conscious consent on the consumer's end. I do think that there's a problem with some of these dabs because it's way too easy to consume so much THC.
Yes.
So, like, if you wanted to go buy, let's say, 100 blunts and do that, you're going to probably get sick before you get there. Where if you're doing a dab, it's so much easier to get that high hit. And then you have the risk of, the whatever percent of people that are having the schizophrenic breaks. So maybe it should be like alcohol where it's regulated and you can only go up to a certain proof.
Maybe, yeah. Like it's wild how hard that is regulated against alcohol. And alcohol creates, I would just argue, way more pain, suffering, death.
It's not an argument.
anything.
These charts
Like,
are available.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like it goes back to being responsible. Drink responsibly, smoke responsibly. Use CBD if you have pain. I think it helps a lot of people. I know a lot of people that live with chronic pain, and it would be extremely helpful for them to use something like that, opposed to these opioids that they get addicted to, and it's extremely painful to get off of. Especially my story is my grandfather. He had chronic pain and he got on the opioids because the doctors said to do it. And then they changed their mind and said, well, we can't give you those anymore. And then they treat you like a
An addict.
crackhead on the
Yeah.
streets. It's like, well, I was just following what you guys were telling me to do. But something like that, it's a lot less.
It's non-addictive. There's no side effects. It's all natural. It's
No
not going to
potential
kill
for
you
death.
if you come off of it.
Yeah, and then like you said, then you don't have the cartels running that stuff in. You're still going to have other drugs. I would, heroin and
Cocaine.
fentanyl and cocaine and all that stuff. But at least you're taking one off the table that is to my not harmful. It's just not harmful.
It's just not. And anyone that has it has never done it, or they're ideologically driven, or they're financially driven. Those are the reasons why they have an issue with it. So, I mean, the data is just, it's unquestionable at this point. It is a safe drug. It needs to be 21 and up, probably 25 and up, just because of the developing brain.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? And that's fine. But medical use, like, at least do that. But I think it needs to be legal across the board.
Yeah, I would definitely say 25 and up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be 25 to run a car now.
Yeah, I think 25 is totally reasonable. Yeah, I would have no issue with that.
You know,
Your brain's
'cause then,
fully
like I
formed
said,
at that point.
I mean, you also, like I said, because you have these ridiculous strains of these of this weed in these stores, and you're like, what? And I have friends that have taken it. They go, oh yeah, I've smoked this, and I'm like, Oh, how did that work out? And they're like, well, I had dinner with Jim Morrison.
Well, how do they drink though? So I'm wondering, I have zero interest in a dab. When I go, I like an indica. I like something to chill me out.
Right.
I take 2 hits and I'm done. I'm a lightweight. So I have like someone like me, no interest in that. I feel like someone who's going in and like there's bonging dabs, like they're probably the person that's taking a bottle of liquor.
You know what's funny about
and acting
dabs
wild
is that they're the healthiest way to take it, besides drinking it or eating it.
What is that? Is it like
It's the most pure.
lungs.
Yeah, it's the
Lung
most
thing?
pure hit you can get from it.
I still don't agree with it.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
just
too
so
much.
much at once.
It's too much. If you're not like smoking weed all day, there's no reason for you to take a dab because your tolerance shouldn't be that high.
It's like, what are you doing with your life? That's too hardcore, man.
Derek, you actually reminded me when you were talking about like fast food workers and stuff. They
Right.
like were already trying to have whatever. I had this experience happen to me. Me and my friend went to Cauldron Ice Cream in Dallas. We saw this video about this place called Cauldron Ice Cream. We went there. The kid that's working there was out of his mind, and it was so obvious. And he was like putting down my order. He got it completely wrong, and I was just like, "That's fine. Just give me whatever." And he goes, "What's the name?" And I said, "Angela." And he says, "Oh, are you like that?" I said, "What?"
What?
And he said, "Oh, are you like her?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." Yeah. And he goes, "You throw your cat up in the air?" I was like, "What?"
What?
And he was talking about The Office. He was like, "Oh, like Angela." And I was like, "Oh."
Okay.
What the heck?
But I did not know what was happening. I was like, "This
So you
kid
like
is
that, though?
fucked up."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and we were high there too. And I was like, all of us in this place are high, and only one of us is not handling his shit.
There was one lone mother in the corner who was not just blasted out of her gourd. Just sitting there with her toddler in the carriage watching this Cheech and Chong movie unfold before.
Yeah, it was just the way
Her
he was
very
like,
eyes.
"Are you like that?" I was like,
What?
"Yes." I don't know.
But I think it should just be like self-governance. You should be doing it responsibly. You're going to have, sadly, people that just overindulge like you do with alcohol or any other
With booze, exactly.
Everything.
Everything, really, like
Phones.
social media,
Yeah.
all of that. It kind of, I think you were talking about it earlier. You said something about like, I don't know how to fix these things, like the vulnerability of somebody going to like Hollywood and being used. And I think it always just comes back to like family and teaching your kids what's right and how to be responsible with yourself and respect yourself, and then be aware of situations like that. And I think it all like boils down to that. It's like, that's how you fix gangs, because you have a better family and they don't go into that. Or how you fix substance abuse. You have a better family. You don't traumatize your kids and then they use things to try to fix that,
Because of my
goes
family,
back.
that's why I drink.
It's a lot of people.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making the case.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But then you got to have friends that act like family.
That too.
Yes.
You know, that keep you healthy and keep you in line.
that aren't trying
Oh, they
to
don't
use
keep
you.
me healthy and keep me in line. They
They
enable me.
roast you.
Everyone has
They're like,
that
wow,
friend.
Derek's a lot more fun. We get some really cool pictures of this jackass if we get him 3 more shots of whiskey.
Well, not your friends here.
Yeah.
No, you guys here.
Yeah.
You guys are also.
But no, but even like you said, to your point of responsibility, like when I go out and I'm drinking and someone says, "Hey, you want to try this particular whiskey?" and they say, "Oh, it's cask strength," which is like for me, I try to cap it at 40% alcohol, 80 proof.
Yeah.
That's my personal wheelhouse of what I like. I can drink that. I can be happy. But when you start seeing the stuff that gets up to 104 proof, 108 proof, it just doesn't. I'm like,
I have no
it's
interest
not,
either.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
no
working
way.
for me. And I think in some cases, the people that end up trying this weed that is so strong
Yeah.
and so just insane.
You're gonna have a catatonic reaction.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have a
unavoidable.
paranoia. It would be, yeah.
You're going to compare nice ladies who show up at a fast food place to The Office.
You like that though?
Are you like that?
though?
You like
throw
that?
your cat up in the air. And okay, so he never mentioned The Office. I had to figure that out.
like
It took
putting
me
pieces
weeks.
together, like-
It took me weeks thinking
It's
about
not
this. I
fair
was
for
like,
him to present puzzles to you.
I know.
He's got to lay this out. That's
that
just
state.
There's a
that's
riddle.
just rude.
I was like, oh, like one day it hit me. I was like, that's what he's
So it didn't hit you there
No.
at the time of the transaction.
No, I was the rest of the day I was just off. Like, what was
Trying
that?
to just
Yeah.
weird. Hey, Candice, thank you so much for being on the show again.
Thanks for having me again.
If
Anytime.
you wanted to see, what's your show?
Chatting with Candice, chattingwithcandice.com, all of my socials, YouTube, podcast, all the things.
Derek?
You can find me November 6th, 7, 8, 9 at Visani in Port Charlotte, Florida. Fantastic venue. Also, I will be at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand, November 25th through December 1st. That is Thanksgiving week. It is always a good time out there in Las Vegas. DerekRichards.com is my website.
Oh, yeah. Angela?
Angela Does Horror, all one word on YouTube. Oh.
Nice. And you can find me at Nega Garrett. Go watch my video, just came out. Go watch Angela's video, actually.
Oh, watch
I'm going to use my
Garrett's.
time. Go subscribe to Angela. Go
You can
watch
also find Garrett in a cuck chair.
That's my personal
A Days
chair.
In his marriage.
In my marriage.
In your marriage, he can be in a cuck chair.
I think that's like
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That brings us to
The end of Garrett's marriage. All right. With the former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO now under investigation, what other retail clothing stores are suspected of trafficking?
Tommy Pillgiver. Angela?
Burlington Throat Factory.
I'll say World Market.
Hey, that works.
Oh. I'm going to go with Mollister.
Molester. Oh, like molester.
Yes.
That's good.
You throw that in the air?
That's a deep cut.
Like her?
All right.
You like
Explain
that?
to you? No. In fact, I need to explain Mollister to you.
You didn't. I figured it out. I said it.
For the love. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Love you.
We will see you next time.
And we're sorry about Derek.
Good night.